Yes, the mod have loading screens now. Yeah, I made them myself, as with everything else in this mod. Yeah, but the mod is soon ready to be released. There will be some problems. It will not be perfect, but for the first time it's released, you can really expect that. But well, it should be playable once released. I like this menu. The background is really nice. Yeah. Join the EFA today. In English, in German and in Swedish. And down there behind the buttons you have the join the army. It should be in Russian. Should be right. Feel free to complain if it's not. Yeah. Well, let's show off the new features I have been working on since I first show off the mod. Because most of the work has been underneath the hood. Things that are not usually visible to the player, but yeah. Here on the map itself, with flags and provinces, at least from this level, not much has changed. But before we continue, I would like to note that both the time-lapse video and the video before it has gotten a bit of dislikes. There may be a number of reasons for that, but a reason I thought was funny was that the video got a bunch of dislikes from Germans. Now, Americans usually are the people who dislikes the videos in a bit higher amount, but they were fine this time. Barely any Americans disliked it, but out of 6 Germans who gave the first video either a like or dislike, 4 of the 6 gave dislikes. They were all subscribers. I don't know why, but well, Germany got a huge deal of responsibility in having to deal with this federation. But don't worry, it won't all fall upon Germany to deal with, as I will show you. Also a loading screen here. Those were some German Leopard tanks. Yeah. The first thing you might notice is the starting OOB, Order of Battle, which was well, it isn't hard, but it can take a bit of a time. Yeah, so I placed some starting units for all countries really. But what's special with the EF unit is that they're all having a bit of a flavor in them. If we, for example, go to, no, not that one, but yeah, we go to Berlin and go to the 1st German division. You will see that well, here's the European Theater, Federal Army Headquarters, 1st Army, and the 3rd German Corps. Yeah, so corps are usually named after the country within the federation they belong to. Just as a flavor thing, but yeah. So this is the 1st German division. Each nationality within the federation has a 1st division and so on. So this is the 1st German division, then there's a 1st French and the first Swedish division as well. But this is the first German one. And as you can see here, these are specifically German rifle regiments. And they will have different names and nationalities depending on which nation, country within the federation they belong to. As another example, let's go to Cottbus, here next to the EF border to Poland. Here you got the 13th Federal Division, part of the 13th Federal Corps. If it's a Federal Corps and division, it means it's a mixed units between different nationalities. You see that 2/3, the majority, are German rifle regiments, but one is French. Because it's pretty useless and stupid to have to guard the inside of the federation, because, well, everything is peaceful there. There's no one to fight within the federation. So therefore it's wiser to have all of the countries within the federation's military stationed on the borders of the federation instead. So you can see that there are barely any French military units in France, because most of them are at the borders in federal units guarding the border, because they won't do much use against France, because, well, there's a bit to Africa. There's no African countries currently. They will be added though. And England is, well, not really either hostile or really dangerous, so there's no one to defend from. Therefore they have gone to the east and guard the Russian border instead. Another example is this one, the 14th Federal Division, with a German, Danish and Belgian rifle regiment. And also if we go to Brussels, the capital of the EF, you got the 1st Capital Defense Division, which the Armed Capital Life Guard, another flavor, and the only federal rifle regiments guarding the federal city of Brussels, which is not really a part of Belgium anymore, but directly controlled by the federal government. Well, it is already like that in Belgium, but now on a European scale. Yeah, and then you got mostly Finnish, but also some Nordic federal divisions up here. Baltic and federal divisions here. Yeah, but that's a nice flavor thing. When you produce new units, it won't be like that, but you can manually rename them in case you want that. But yeah, I thought it was a fun thing to do anyway. And technology will be the next step to be added to the mod. A simplified, more modern technology system, but that has not been added yet. But most other things have been. The provinces have been updated to future now. Not perfectly, but they removed all the forts from the 40s and World War II, because they have no place in modern times or in near future times. So they have been removed, and resources and industry have been redone. Only one victory point and resources in Spain and Portugal and Catalonia combined, but it's not really an important region. The main part of the federation is the Paris, Brussels and Berlin area. This is the core of the federation. If you take that, the rest will fall. Yeah, but let's go ahead and go to politics, which yeah, Here is the. Here you have a background. Yeah, give an opinion in the comments if you like that or not. But if you remove this picture in the files, you don't have to see it in case you prefer without it. And the last time I showed you the ministers, all the replace buttons were grayed out. There were only one option for the ministers. But shortly after I made that video, I fixed that. So now you have alternatives for all ministers except head of state and head of government, which you can't change anyway. So there was a bunch of nationalities that was missing from the beginning, so they have been added as alternatives for the existing ones. So now there's almost a minister from every country in the federation. You got the French head of state, German head of government, Finnish foreign minister, Italian finance minister, yeah, hard to believe, Irish minister of security, Spanish head of intelligence, Hungarian chief of staff, French chief of the army, French chief of the navy, and German chief of the air force, and a Bulgarian alternative to the foreign minister post, a Croatian alternative to finance minister, a Serbian alternative to security minister, and two alternatives, the only one with two alternatives, Scottish Shove Mattison and Czech Antonin Prochaska. And then you have as chief of staff, you have the Dutch Klaas Reidner as an alternative, and Mircea Grigorescu or something, a Romanian general as an alternative for chief of the army. They have different doctrines, some of these. And Timoteo Abello, Italian admiral, as chief of the navy, an alternative. And then you of course got Björn Norling, alternative Swedish chief of the air force. Yeah, some have been left out, but yeah, if you want your country within the federation to be represented, you got at least one minister for the most of you. But for more interesting, laws have been redone. So now the effects of some of these have been changed and some have been renamed, and the requirements have at the very least, at least them, have been changed to better fit the setting and the government system otherwise. Yeah. And often the last law is a sort of desperate law you have as a goal to achieve for the best possible effects, if it's death or nothing, as a last effort. Yeah, as we did To the Last Man. And then you got international stance, which yeah, lets you take a stance internationally and gain a bonus related to that stance. And this is mostly the same. Currently you need to be a dictatorship to have these two, and censored to be at war. And then one interesting thing, the production focus, which through an event allows you to pick a focus which decreases the build speed of certain units with 15%, replacing the training laws. Because, well, you're always gonna have the best training law anyway, so why not make it more interesting by having a bunch of focuses you can change around depending on what you're, well, focusing at the moment. Sometimes you want some airplane, sometimes you want a navy, and you can change that and get it a bit faster. Yeah, what's left to show off? I'm not gonna show it off. Well, okay, I can show it off a bit, but what I have been working on, the latest I have been working on is finally getting the events. I did the diplomatic relations also, but I have done the events for Poland, and currently I am having almost, well, at least 25 events for the starting negotiations for the Polish conflict that can lead to World War III, and it's only half done yet, and that's 25 events, and it's only half done at best. Yep. I think that's it I have to show off for now. So thanks for watching, and probably not tomorrow, but the day after, övermorgon as we say in Swedish. Yeah, probably then. I won't promise anything, but probably the day after tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I hope you look forward to this. And the important question is, will I see any Germans disliking this video again? Or do you not dare to do it this time? You probably do. And I will see it. I got the statistics. You can't hide. No, but thanks for watching. That's it.